Hello everyone, happy Monday, massive week. A huge warm welcome to all our new people. You probably don't know it yet, but you have made the best decision ever. I can't encourage you enough to just embrace the process and go with it. If you let it, link arms, it'll completely change your life beyond anything you could probably ever comprehend. So massive shout out to everyone in Australia. We managed to help get Debbie and Ken Schneider Crown Diamond, and that is the highest rank in the company, and that is the power of this business model. Lots of people doing a lot, and it is a massive achievement, and Deb and Ken have paved the way. Some of you guys have been privileged enough to meet them already, and if not, there'll be a massive celebration in Sydney in October.
I thought you were going to be way more excited than that. This has been the biggest in this history. We're talking about great advancements. Freaking off the chart. Here's some numbers. We had 8 platinums, 6 new rubies, 1 emerald, 1 diamond, and a yellow diamond this week. How incredible is that, Martine?
It is absolutely phenomenal. And my favourite part about that, and I'm always banging on about, you need to share this with people you love and care about. Part of the reason I caught the Nucerity Vision is because I knew what this could do for not only our family, but so many people we care about. So my mum became the 9th diamond in Australia, and from the beginning that's been a dream of ours, and I can't encourage you enough. Anyone you love, get them in front of the message. We want them to understand. So she went from a guinea pig to a diamond, and you know, this business is helping people live their dreams, and we have the best products in the world, and they're too good not to share. So I am just absolutely, I've been a bit lost for words because I'm just so overwhelmed with all the emotion of what's happened this last few weeks, and just seeing so many people come together. It's just so inspiring.
And do you know what happens? When all these rank advancements and those high ranks happened, how many silvers, how many bronzes, how many superstars, how many different ranks, how many people are we sharing this product with, how many people are we helping? That's the amazing thing. Like, we've only just given you those numbers, and it's just such a huge thing to see all these people in our business, all these brand new people. You know, who would have thought this a couple of years ago that this kind of momentum, this kind of movement would be happening? It's phenomenal. So we're coming to phenomenal. We've got fantastic events coming up, and these events are the things that really grow our business. You know, we get people along to presentations, we get them along to training, but the events that we've got now, we've got the last week of the Blitz. So this is the very last week of the 6-week period. You don't have to stop right now. You don't have to say this is your last week. If you're blitzing and you're building momentum, don't stop. Keep it up. Keep building. Keep helping others, and you never know where you can get to. So this is the last week of our official blitz, however. Pre-conference cruise. I want to let you guys know about this because this is the last day that we're going to be able to offer tickets at this stage. We need to make a decision on what size boat we end up with, and at this stage we need to make a decision tomorrow morning. So if you have not got your tickets, you need to jump on. I'll share a link on the Beautiful New Lives page and the other Facebook pages just of the link. If you want to get along to this cruise, it's going to be a massive event. It's going to be pre-conference on the 27th of October. It's going to be fantastic, and the theme is black, white, and diamonds, so make sure you get there. The VIP
lunch. Oh my God. It is going to be absolutely epic, and we are just so excited. We're going to have our founders. We're going to have Melissa. We're going to have some of the top income earners and some international diamonds. So it's going to be so good to actually be able to put a face and a person to all those Facebook profiles and really get to know and feel the community and all the amazing people that we're in business with. Now, the VIP brunch is filling up for all the new people that have come on board. This business is all about paying it forward, and the Aussie Diamonds have come together, and we want to give back. So the Friday morning of the conference from 10 till 12, all the Diamonds are putting on a brunch for anyone who new ranks platinum above for the first 80 people. So this week we've had so many people definitely filling up all those tables. So who did we have, boss?
We had a total of 34 people. I don't want to go through the entire room tonight because it'd take forever, but we have 34 spots filled already. So do not miss out. As I said, this is the last week of the Blitz. This is a chance to get your name in that draw and be there because it's going to be such a great luncheon and be able to connect with other people. Fantastic. So we also ran a competition, and competition was with Ken and Debbie Schneider. Do you want to tell the guys a little bit more about that, Mate?
Yeah, so anyone who new ranked silver or above in your team from last week and this week, please email all of their details to Debbie Schneider so that they go in the draw for the VIP experience with Debbie and Ken, the dinner picked up by the limo, and that will be drawn very soon. And Deb and Ken are going to post a video of them drawing that competition. So that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. That's an experience that you don't want to miss out on. And you get to take 3 people from your team with you, and we've got lots of people in that draw. Now, the other thing is, get your team to conference. Have you got your ticket? They're going to sell out. So jump onto your back office, order them. It is going to be absolutely epic, and we're going to be celebrating everyone's rank advancements and really what it is about, the culture, everything. It'll change everything for you. You'll realise the enormity of the gift that you have and the amazing people you're surrounded by. And talking about amazing people, we are so super privileged to have our awesome founder waking up at the crack of dawn in Houston, Lonnie McKinney. Lonnie, are you there?
Yes, I am, and I'm very, very excited to be here.
Awesome, and we're just so grateful to have this opportunity to not only have you on the call, but the gift that you've given us all to, you know, create a beautiful life. Now, some of the Australian people wouldn't have had the pleasure to meet you yet, so can you just tell us a little bit about who Lonnie McKinney is?
Okay, well, I'm happy to do that. I'm a person that is driven. I like what I see that's happened down in Australia. I love to win, and I won't stop. I will keep going and going and going. And the greatest joy for me is watching this company grow around the world and seeing people succeed and seeing people that may have doubted themselves at different things, watch them change. And that's pretty much who I am. David's like that too. I just noticed, and this is how powerful Deb and Ken are, Debbie sent me a text message making sure that I know what to say. So I just received it. That's another thing about this business. You get help from your friends. And but pretty much who, David and I talk about this a lot. And my background was went to school on a baseball scholarship, and I've never quit playing because I love competition and I love watching see people succeed and overcome. So that's pretty much who I am.
Well, you know, it's really good to hear your side of the story, and we often look at this business and hear stories about how Nucerity was formed and how you guys got together, but it's always good, you know, really hearing it from the horse's mouth, if I can say that.
Okay. Yeah, well, I tell you what, it really is an interesting story, and David and Richard and I go back back to the late 80s. But in the 90s, we had a specialty chemical company that we ended up selling to Quaker State, and they were bought by Pennzoil, and then Pennzoil was gobbled up by Shell. So after that event, we had non-competes in that industry for a good period of time, and we had this crazy idea to start doing roll-ups on dermatology practices. So we got the first one, and then we ultimately built the largest dermatology operation in the South in the United States. And like I expect everybody knows when someone says, well, where are you from? From the South. Well, that just means south of the Mason-Dixon line. So we're moving along, and one of our doctors finds this product called Skincerity at a medical conference, and she comes over to me, and I'd go to all the medical conferences with our physicians because I was interested in the science. And she says, "You need to take a look at this. I've never seen anything like it." So that's pretty much what happened. I have mild rosacea. It still bothers me, and I'd come in some days and people would say, "Well, did you go home last night? You look like a pub owner that's drinking all of his own inventory." So we got the product in, and everybody started using it, and it literally did more than some of the procedures and certainly all the products that we had. We had over 300,000 patients. So we acquired the worldwide rights to it, and we're first just selling through other derms, general practitioners for acne, plastic surgeons, and along the way we go to this conference called the Texas Conference for Women. It was a trade show of all professional women, and we bring enough inventory for 2 days, and we're sold out in 2 hours. And David turns to me and he said, "This is crazy. We'll never reach everybody the way that we're doing this. So, we need to start a network marketing company." And our experience was that when we bought Slick 50 from the original founders, that was a network marketing company. And I remember my first opportunity meeting, the owner of the company said, he was up on stage drinking this soap that he said was biodegradable, and bubbles were coming out of his mouth, and he walks off the stage, and he said, "What'd you think?" And I said, "Well, isn't that one of those get-rich-quick things?" And he said, "Boy, did you ever hear of anybody that wanted to get rich slow?" And I said, "No, sir, I don't think so." And that's really how it happened. We came back and decided to start the company because we didn't want to ever do retail again. It was not fun, and we wanted other people, as David used to say, to have a bite at the apple. And so that was really the genesis of starting it. We also felt that it was the best distribution channel for it. So that's the history of it, and the rest has been a fantastic journey. Just getting started at it too.
Definitely. So from your perspective, what do you reckon and why this business is so successful? What does it come down to?
Well, I think when you have a very unique product that's novel and that's your what you launch with, you have to decide what's the best way to distribute it and why. And I think Skincerity certainly is a product that needed to be explained and it needed to be demonstrated. So that's why the distribution model. But I think why it's so successful is because you empower people. And for everybody that's on this call, I've been asked a million times what's the difference between traditional business to us and network marketing. And to me, it's very simple. Traditional business is a transaction for a product or service and a trade of money. In this business, you have a greater responsibility because people put their hopes and dreams in your hands. And it's your responsibility to help them achieve those dreams. And the other part about it is most people want to have more control over their life. This is the only thing I know that your break-even point is so low, but you can build a six-figure income. And to me, that's what's fantastic because you don't have to, it doesn't matter where you went to school, it doesn't matter who your family was, if you had money or access to money. It's based upon your desire, your drive, your communication skills, and just never quitting. Just keep plowing through and learning and getting better every day. And I think that's what makes it so successful.
Absolutely, Lonnie. And that's my favorite thing about this business model because I didn't really understand it either. And network marketing was a bit like a swear word because just of that stigma. And, I just didn't know. And I love that this enables average, ordinary people like us to create and build whatever we want through empowering each other and, really helping people reach their full potential. And that's what excites me about this business. And on that note, what excites you about what is happening in the business at the moment?
I think what excites me every day, and if I wake up in the middle of the night, the first thing I do is go look at the numbers around the world, and then I'll go back to bed because it happens all over the world, and people can build businesses just like you were talking about, Ken and Debbie, and in different countries, and you meet so many new people, and we just launched our first product, which we'll be able to have all that down in Australia. Can't wait to get to that meeting, and but I see the growth of whether it's exfoliator or eye effects or renew and body silk or rejuvenating barrier. Like David told me the other day, he goes, when I was over in Japan, they use rejuvenating barrier like crazy as their eye product. And I said, well, why not use the eye? He goes, I don't know, but they just decided that's what they like. And that's what's so amazing to me in watching our business and the growth of it worldwide. I marvel at how talented people are around the world, just like Deb and Ken. Deb getting up and sending me a text this morning because they're 2 hours behind me. So that would have been about 2:45, 3 o'clock in the morning, and just to make sure I don't mess up this call. So you got to love it because it's a business that's done with people helping other people, and that's so empowering.
Definitely. So there's a lot of obviously excitement around the world, and I know for us we're very excited. But what do you see for the Australian market, and what's happening here? What can you see?
I think that y'all have just touched the tip of the iceberg, even though there's massive growth. And the one thing that I really enjoy every time that we have something or we get to talk or see distributors from Australia is I don't think there's a passion and excitement and enthusiasm that rivals at any place in the world, and just driven people and can-do people. And that's what excites me the most is I hear the drive. And when y'all do a blitz, there's nobody that can blitz like y'all blitz. And I think it's just because of it's can-do people. And, the other thing, like you were talking about, it's ending this week. I will tell you around the world when we have conferences, the rank blitzing, really, this is when you tee it up. If you're listening to this call, from now till the event is when you drive to rank. And it's great that everybody's hit these new ranks, but here's the thing, is that they hit ranks because people are achieving, whether it's silver, it's like Nathan said, whether it's silver or gold, or platinum or hitting bronze, because it's lifting people up. And I want to encourage everybody to drive like crazy, even though the formal blitz is off, but to keep blitzing because you want to see as many people walk the stage and cheer your team as much as possible. And that's really the part that I enjoy about talking or meeting anybody from Australia is because they're driven, positive people, and I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to be a very long gala dinner, Lolly, the amount of ranks we've had, because the Blitz is just the beginning for us, the build up to the conference, which is why it was strategically planned now, so that people have still got another 10 weeks to push to that next rank and really consolidate their businesses.
That's right.
So you're going to have a lot of photos taken that night, and I know for so many people it changes everything, and we've had people from our team share how they felt when they've walked backstage and they've had their photo taken with you and David. It's just something that we all cherish and is so, so special. So leading into that, can you tell us a little bit about Elite and why health and wellness and what that's going to mean for us?
Well, I think it's going to mean a unbelievable thing. we're at over 60% in sales after about 3 weeks of our first production run. And we've placed, already placing our second larger order for it now. But here's the reason, and this is, we targeted this area, and I'll also tell you that there's a couple of more products that are already in the hopper on the way. But one of the focuses with this product is that we live a 21st century lifestyle, but our bodies haven't changed in 40,000 years. I mean, we were really built for fight or flight, and what happens is that the our lives are filled with stress, whether it's, you know, day job, traffic, kids. I mean, life just happens, and what that does is it creates an environment in your body. For example, probably the worst thing that can happen is the internal stress that we have, because what that does is create inflammation. And if you really start studying a bunch of things, inflammation is probably the terror of what happens to us. And we picked very specific ingredients. We wanted beauty from the inside out. We wanted to arrest inflammation and stress. You know, we wanted to boost the immune system and the digestive system. So, like when we introduce Nucerity does more than one thing. I mean, it'll allow the skin to rehydrate itself. It cleanses. It's a mild exfoliation when you take it off. It's the same thing with Elite. It's not targeted at just one thing. But the key ingredients, in fact, it's called Elite because the key active ingredients, they're herbs that are historically called, they're kingly or they're elite. They're called adaptogens, and which means they're at a higher level of any other antioxidant. Astaxanthin, which is the strongest antioxidant that's out there. It's what makes flamingos pink and salmon pink, and it does stuff for the brain. It does stuff for collagen, which is in connective tissue on the inside. It also deposits itself in the skin on the outside to protect it. Ashwagandha is an amazing adaptogen because it does one thing that's very, very key, and I'll just kind of focus on that. When you have stress, it creates cortisol. When you have cortisol, it's a stress hormone. What happens to your body is if you're stressed all the time, chronic stress is really bad. I mean, it hurts about every system that there is. So what this does is it changes mood, it changes stress. It does amazing things. And Indian gooseberry is in there too, which directly affects connective tissue on the inside, and it helps build collagen on the outside. And then aloe is, you know, it's all over the world, but it's a 5,000-year plant that people have used for all kind of things, specifically beauty, digestive tract. It grows kind of wild here in the desert Southwest, even though it came from, I think the Egyptians even used it, but it came from Africa. And as a kid, if we got a cut, we just go, it looks like a cactus. I mean, you just go cut a piece off and it's got this gooey gel, and you put it on the cut and keep playing. So it's targeted at specific things in the body, but the most important thing it's targeted at is reducing the inflammation that causes damage to our systems.
And can I just share that the diamonds may have received some samples, and
Yes.
I am absolutely loving it so far. So I've had about 3.5 hours sleep last night, maybe about 4 or 5 the night before, and I've been on the road for nearly 2 weeks. And I must say that I don't, my skin, seeing myself here in the camera, is looking very good considering, and I'm feeling amazing when really I should be comatose. So I am absolutely loving it, and I'm excited for everyone else to feel those same benefits. And
Well,
you know, what it means for our business as well is absolutely huge.
Well, here's one other key part about it. We talked about that with Renew on what happens when you age or shortening the telomeres. And astaxanthin specifically targets keeping the telomeres from shortening. So, there's some things that you see quickly, there's some things that you see over a couple of months, and there's many things that you see for a lifetime.
Definitely. And you know what? Everything that you guys release, get your hands on, it works, and that's what we're really proud on what and that you guys do, because you guys really know your stuff. So appreciate that. So for your direction, what is your vision with Nucerity, and where do you think where are you going to take this business?
I think our vision is to continue to double in size each year, and I think we'll slow down a little bit on some of the country growth as we add more products and more penetration into each market. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves in terms of our ability to support markets. Over the next year, we may open one, maybe two, and we may not, because a lot of it just depends on our ability to bring in other things and other support systems. We just hired another person that, in fact, starts today, and it'll probably be hiring two more internal people in marketing and training. So that's going to be a key focus of how do we give people more and more tools. And also, one of the questions, we are going to introduce 2 new products next year. And all are in focus right now. But they'll be like everything else. It works hand in glove. And you noticed on Elite, there's focuses with internal health and longevity, and but also beauty, and the other products will help body systems also, and maybe one other thing for the outside.
Oh, well, I don't want to delve too much to put you in a position of compromise, but that excites me, and I can't wait, because I just love, like Nathan said, that you're only interested in stuff that works and that no one else has got, and that's what really gives us the edge to be able to share this gift. So, Lonnie, how excited are you to be coming down under, and are you all pumped for the cruise? Have you got your suit ready to go? And
yeah, I tell you what, I'm unbelievably excited, and I don't know if anybody's more excited than David Dillingham, because he absolutely loves Australia, and he tells me every day he's going to show me how to act and what to do. So it's a funny thing about David. When I go to Asia, David wants to give me lessons, and don't put your chopstick in the rice. That's a sign of death. Don't wear a white jacket. That's a sign of a funeral. I mean, he goes down the list, and he's already started this about Australia. This is what you do. This is what you don't do. And I said, well, at least I speak a similar language, and but it's funny watching him, because he is so into making sure that everybody respects the culture of the country. And here's one of the things that I think that separates us from the rest of the world in network marketing companies. We've never wanted people to be a part of a U.S. company. We've always wanted to be a part of that country, because that's the ultimate respect, is that we honor people's traditions, we honor people's cultures, whether it's in, Malaysia or Singapore or Thailand. And, it's not trying to say ever that, and we learned this from the 650 days. We shipped into 46 countries around the world, that we want to be a part of that country, and not people try to understand how things are in the United States. So, and David he's fervent about that. I mean, we need to be a part of the country. So that's what I'm most excited about, because, we want to be respected as a great Australian company. So that's what's key, and we are unbelievably excited about the cruise, the event, and yeah, I hadn't really thought about how long we're going to be on stage with those rank advancements, but that's going to be fantastic.
I think it's going to be a little while, especially considering we've still got 10 weeks to go and
I hope
one
so.
final week of the Blitz.
I hope so
Sorry?
because I hope it is that way because the other thing is that I know not everybody goes to bed at 10 o'clock in Australia. So we'll have a great time the whole night.
Yeah, we probably should get an extension on that band too, so to make sure that they can do a quadruple set or something, because I know that's always the Australians crying when the band finishes at conference, and there'll be a whole room full of them this time. So I might have to have a word to Lindsay about that.
Well,
Now,
that's one of the
just
things that where Australia's like Mexico because the party never ends in Mexico.
oh yes, we won't have any tequila, that's for sure. So Lonnie, can you share what two tips of wisdom would you give for someone out there wanting to be successful in their business?
Number one is never quit. If you face a disappointment, it doesn't matter. Get past it, never quit. And the second thing is be coachable. A lot of people walk in with preconceived notions, and especially if they've had a sales background of how to be successful. And I think that people like yourselves have already been through and seen a lot of trapdoors. And if people are coachable and they listen, they won't make the same mistakes that other people have made. And that's the beauty of working as a team and listening, that you get the benefit of what everybody else has experienced. So those are the two things in my mind. I could give you two or three more, and I'll just add one of it and that's be a person of action. It's not what you know about this business that counts, it's what you do about this business. Don't ever be a tap dancer and a card shuffler. I'm getting ready, I'm getting ready, I'm getting ready. Don't get ready, go do it. But number one, never quit. Number two, be coachable. And number three is be a person of action. Those are the attributes that I see in the people that achieve great things and are changing their own personal life and their families economically. They have those attributes. They're people of action. They're coachable. They listen. And number one, they never ever quit anything.
Definitely. So I suppose from both of us and all of Australia, we just want to say that thanks for everything you do for our company, for our business. Yourself and David are just such inspirational people, and you've really taken this business, to the next level. And without you guys, we wouldn't be here. So, as I said, appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you guys down under in October.
Well, we're ready to come down there, and I'll say this. It's I certainly appreciate that, but our inspiration and our drive comes from all of y'all. And what's great thing about this business model is we have a team of great executive leaders around the world, and without everyone's effort, it doesn't happen. And without everybody's feedback about what we should be doing, and I'm not sure if everybody's on the call that knows this, but most of the promotions and most of the things that happen that are unique are really determined and influenced by what the leadership says in a different area. And because we do different things in different markets. So I hope everybody that's on this call recognizes how great a leadership that there is in Australia, and we're just happy to be able to participate with y'all.
Yeah, we just love it, and the support we get from the corporate team. We know that we're smashing you guys with the growth, especially in support and compliance. And if you can pass pass on. We are super grateful for their, their responses and helping us get everything sorted out. It's brilliant. And make sure you bring your board shorts and your thongs or your flip-flops. I'm not sure what you call them, or jandals.
Flip-flops.
Because you'll need them. Flip-flops.
But
You'll need them for the beach.
I'd like to know what a board short is. What is that?
They're just, unless you wear, they're like shorts that you swim in. We'll get you a pair for when you get here.
I got those.
Okay. And not sure where you are with your itinerary, but the Northern Rivers has got 4 diamonds now. So if you want to swing via there, we are the sort of country people. You're more than welcome, and we'd love to show you around.
Well, we're kind of country people here in Texas too, so we'll be taking a look at that schedule, and I hope to learn a new part of a new language like board shorts. I was trying to think. I hope you're not talking about one of those little bikini shorts. I'm not going to do that.
Oh. No, they're budgie smugglers.
Leave those ones at home.
All right. Well, y'all have a great evening, and thank you for allowing me to get on your call. And another big shout out to everyone in Australia. We are so proud, so excited, and that everything that y'all are doing, because the whole world is watching, and everybody sees it. And congratulations, Martine and Nathan, for Yellow Diamond. And I was just making notes down here, and another diamond, Debbie Edwards, and an emerald, 6 rubies, and 8 platinums, and no telling how many silvers. And especially the silvers, if you've been silver, when you get to silver and gold, there's not anything that you can't accomplish in this company, because you've already shown that you can lead. So everybody have a great rest of the week, and we're on the drive to the event, and we're ready.
Thanks.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Thank you all. Have a great evening, and thanks for asking me to come on.
Definitely.
Okay. Bye. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
See you guys. Have an awesome week, and look forward to seeing you all smash your goals. Love you all.
And don't forget to come on the conference call tomorrow.